Welcome to the Two Guys Talking Booze podcast. My boy Danny.
And my boy Ricky.
And this week on episode 63, we are doing a Glendronach Allardice 18-year Scotch whiskey.
18-year what?
18-year Scotch whiskey.
Dude, I just told you, I've never had this before, but there's big expectations.
Dude, Glendronach is fantastic.
I don't think I've ever had a
No. This was my first one.
Yeah?
Yeah. This is excellent. This is our first Glendronach. We've had Glenlivet, we've had Macallan, Balvenie, we've had Buchanan's. Our first Glendronach, and the name Glendronach translates to Valley of the Brambles.
What's a bramble?
Like bush.
What's a bush?
It's like that. Like a hedge. Like
True.
Yeah, so I guess.
Yeah, man. And it's an 18-year-old. So we are starting...
We started with the Macallans at 8. Well, I started with Macallan at 18. We're starting with the top. This
right. I'm wondering whether they have. I'm sure they have a 12-year-old, which is cheaper. How much is this 18-year-old bottle?
Well, great question. Masterofmalt.com has it for $201.66.
Damn.
LiquorGeeks.com has it for $249.99, and LiquorStoreOnline.com has it for $272.49.
Damn, that seems like
$250 bottle.
High. That's high.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Happy Halloween. His favorite holiday.
It's not.
Can't
stand it. I actually shut off my lights at the house. We shut off.
So they don't knock on your door?
There's nobody home. There's no candy, nothing. I don't know. I actually did, when I was younger, I celebrated it, but I just kind of, it just got old, and I don't think that it celebrates good values.
When I was a kid, I absolutely loved it. And this was in the 70s when you had to wear those plastic things with the plastic mat and you just be roasting. But when I turned about 35 and I was living on South Beach, that's when I really appreciated Halloween. Because I'd go to South Beach and those parties were off the chain.
I'm sure they're off the chain, dude. But
body painted, everything. Oh, so good.
I mean, Diddy loved that holiday.
Oh, boy.
That was his favorite holiday. Facts.
Is that a fact?
I believe so. I believe I heard.
If you know what his favorite holiday is, I was thinking more like St. Valentine's Day.
No. He's it's Diddy. It's Diddy. He created the world shortage of baby oil.
Well, they got 1,000 bottles in there.
But there was an actual shortage of baby oil, and he just stacking up thousands of bottles. And that's fucking crazy.
Baby oil, is it made from actual babies? Like, what is it made from? Like, do they squeeze the babies? What does it mean?
No, it just means that it's for babies. So you have their skin is soft.
Oh,
that's why they put it on babies.
Do you put it on your babies?
No.
Okay.
You're like, I guess I should, because we put some other types of lotions
on the kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I think about that stuff.
Yeah.
Don't have kids.
I don't think about lotions, actually. My wife does.
Fun fact. So the reason it says Allardice is because the founder was James Allardice, and he founded this distillery in 1826. So in 2 years, it's going to have its bicentennial.
Wow, 200 years, man. So it's old. They've been doing this for a long time. So that's what I like.
It's a good sign.
I like that. It's definitely a good sign.
You want to hear a funny story about James Allardice? Legend
if I have to.
Yeah. Legend has it. So he tried to sell this whiskey. He tried to sell it when he first invented it, and it did not go well. So then he sold the whiskey to 2 prostitutes in Edinburgh, Scotland, and the women enjoyed the whiskey so much they told their friends, and they bought all the stock in the whiskey. Fun story.
That makes sense. That story makes total sense.
200 years
ago. If you have nobody to sell it with, sell it to.
And he got some,
find 2 hookers just to sell it.
And they have money, and they like the whiskey, and bam, there you go.
They got a lot of cash.
Mad cash, even 200 years ago.
I mean, like we saw in Pompeii, all the prostitution business is pretty old, man. You
walk around Pompeii, which is like the biggest, most preserved archaeological site in the world, right? We were there in 2018. And you walk around and you start seeing on all the corners these fallacies pointing towards the bordello. So you see a fallacy, oh, let me turn right. And you keep going.
That means that's the spot. That's the corner.
And then, remember, and they had these pictures, like these mosaics of the positions. And then you would get there and just point the position that you want.
Yeah, dude. And the beds were made out of just rock.
Yeah,
it's. I mean, I'm sure that I guess they would just put some cushions on them or whatever. But it was.
Dude, that was almost 2,000 years ago. Mount Vesuvius that destroyed Pompeii was in like 75 A.D.
Right.
So almost 2,000 years ago, and it was so preserved. Like
it was still preserved. It was
under lava.
It was so wild.
Incredible.
It was under ash.
Under the ash. That's right. It got covered in stuff. It was so cool. So, anyways. Back to our delicious Scotch whiskey.
This looks just like the rum that we had last week.
You're so silly.
Doesn't it?
The other one was a deep amber. This is a bright deep gold with a tawny center. It's the same thing. It's the same exact color.
It's the same exact color, dude.
I think we made that comment last week that they're all the same color.
Yeah, I mean, they are all the same color. But we're not comparing them with piss anymore.
That's true. Because we have matured.
Oh, man.
To the nose. It smells good, right?
I don't know, dude.
Sweet aromas.
Very, very strong.
Sweet aromas of fudge and muscovado sugar with an added complexity from fruit, compote, and glacier morello cherries.
Like compota? Like baby food?
I don't know. I don't know what compote is. If you know what compote means, I mean, we can Google it.
In Spanish, it's compota, which is baby food.
Okay, so baby
oil, baby food. We're talking about babies.
Happy Halloween! All right, cheers.
Cheers, man. Wait, is this Scottish?
Scottish. You know, you're half Scottish. Ooh,
this is good.
Oof. To the palate. Rich, dark, and seductive flavors of stewed fruits, allspice, and oloroso. We had that before. Toasted walnut bread and chocolate orange. Okay, these people are just getting kidded.
Oloroso is a floor cleaning product.
Okay.
It
also means smelly.
Oh no, that's fabuloso.
Fabuloso.
But oloroso also.
Didn't we have oloroso with the Ardbeg? And that was the thing?
I'm not sure.
I remember that. The finish is long and full and firm with a slight nuttiness. That's what she said.
That was perfect.
That was good.
That was actually a perfect.
Long, full, and firm. Maybe we haven't matured. This is delicious.
Not so much.
This
is
nice.
Really good.
This is nice. This is a $250 bottle. It better be good, right? For that Ardbeg, that was $350. That is good.
I mean, it's not the best though, to be quite honest.
It's because it's very different from like a Macallan.
It burns. It
burns. It's also sweeter than we're used to. You know, it's almost like
I don't know if I'm used to anything. It just burns.
Man, this guy is aggressive because he hates Halloween.
Yeah,
he hates fun.
Yeah.
Why do you hate fun? So if your kids want to dress up for Halloween, you're gonna say no?
I don't know. I've thought about this. I don't know what we're gonna do with that.
Have them dress up as Bible characters. Moses.
No, but it's not even about that. It's about I don't know. Maybe just to spend time with kids and not be left out.
Yeah, and also like at school, don't they have like the Friday? They all dress up as.
Yeah, they do. But we usually last year we didn't dress him up.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just feel like again. I feel like I know it's something that it doesn't represent the values of any of our culture as far as it represents death and all that stuff. Cool. But knowing that, it's kind of hypocritical for me to just say, yeah, celebrate it. Because it's fine. Well, you can fucking celebrate. You can celebrate it if you want. But if you already think one thing about it, which is that it's a bunch of stuff goes, rituals and a bunch of stuff goes on, which for what I understand is a fact. Or is it not?
I don't think so.
You don't think like this whole thing behind Halloween, like the real meaning
same thing with Christmas. What we're celebrating in Christmas, Jesus was born in June.
Right. Yeah, but we're not really celebrating Jesus' birth.
Yeah, that's what Christmas is.
Right, but it's the whole
Christmas. And there
Right.
but the holiday that we celebrate on the 25th of December is a pagan holiday. And this and Halloween is paganism too. So kind of confused. Anyway,
I'm
two
confused.
guys
It's confusing, but it's good. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's good talk.
Yeah, two guys talking, raising your children. Because you know what? I think when you have children, you have to think about this stuff.
I'm just and I don't want to be hypocritical. Like I don't want to go like if I already think about Christmas, I think about Christmas is beautiful.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with it. But then if I don't think that this is good or beautiful, it's just fun. It's pretty fun. I celebrated it before.
Yeah.
But so now I just
But
don't
you're
think
a
about
father
it.
now.
Now it's like, what do? I don't want to be hypocritical to my beliefs.
Maybe you have a conversation with the kid.
No, I'm not. With no
No,
kid.
you say to him and say, "Listen, Bobby."
Then he's gonna want to dress up.
Of course, you're gonna want to. All his friends are dressing up, so you're gonna go, "Listen, Bobby. You know, we don't believe this, but if you want to participate with your kids,
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah, something like that. Google it.
Man.
I'm sure someone knows that. What to do?
ChatGPT.
ChatGPT it, man.
ChatGPT.
How do you talk to your kids about Halloween when it doesn't go with?
Exactly.
When it doesn't align with your values.
Yes.
I like it.
Whatever, dude.
Oh my God, we got deep on this. Two guys talking booze.
I like it.
Yeah.
We got some conversation. We could make some conversation. We're only talking about this stuff, and it's not like we could solve anything because I haven't even solved this dilemma myself. But we can just talk about
You'll get there because you're getting close. Because how old is your son? 3?
Yeah, he's 3.
He's 3. So when is he going to start wanting? Maybe 5? He's in kindergarten.
Right. I don't know, dude. But this really is there a win-win situation? No, if you do it one way, it's weird, and if you do it the other way, so it's never like a perfect answer.
No, there's no.
It's just kind of like
good question.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like there's never a perfect. Okay, if you dress him up, then you did good. But did you? And if you don't dress him up, okay, you did good on one end, but did you really? You never do.
You never know.
Yeah,
Exactly. But what if you don't dress him up? He's the only kid in class not dressed up.
That's why I'm saying that's not cool. I don't like that. I don't want that.
Yeah.
But then I also want him to be happy with custom. Customs are fun.
You'll have that conversation with him. Make it your own. Make it your own thing. Cheers. I love it. Cheers, man. Thank you for joining us for episode 63. We'll see you next week.
It was all right.
Love you.